You have no power here. Be gone before somebody drops the house on you too.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
You want to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. You'll find he is a wizard who is, if ever a wizard was.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Lions!
That's how we love the day away in the medieval kingdom was.
Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
But if we do that, we'll have to kill her to get it.
Bring me her broomstick, and I'll grant your request.
Hey YouTube, it's J. Cutt here, and we're bringing you another one. I'm a digital artist who likes to watch movies with the people, and today we are about to review Wicked for Good. Oh yes, now listen. This is a spoiler. A spoiler for good. So if you don't want to be spoiled, go watch the movie and come back so then you can be spoiled. Well, you wouldn't be spoiled because you would know. And if you don't mind being spoiled, stick around because we're going to have a talk. Now listen, we're not doing all the whole situation with the cards and the buttons and all that. Okay, the only thing, I don't even have notes. The only thing I got up is the names of the cats because I know I don't know no names. And the names of the songs because I wouldn't have known what those was even if I remember them. Also, I've changed things around. So for those who might remember, that background has been my background for the movie reactions, and it was cool and all, but I just needed to rearrange. So that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and rearranged the situation. Oh yes. Now, this movie was delicious. Okay, compared to the first one was giving show tunes, it was giving propaganda, it was giving showing a front, and the second movie is giving the real deal. It's giving this is what's really going down, because it was almost scary. Like it was almost like scary, you know what I mean? Like very much like, oh, what's really going on? Like, what's really going down? What are you really doing? You know what I mean? If I had to rank this movie, I mean, it's definitely a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Now, okay, this is what I'm feeling, right? Because Dorothy's in there, right? But she's like right here. Like, oh, you see back there? She like over there. You know what I mean? She's there, but she's like over there. Like, oh, there's Dorothy. It's like that. And the issue with that is you kind of are like, Dorothy, get over, like, get in the frame, Dorothy. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of want to see her and you want to see them interact with her, but they don't. We see the aftermaths and beforemaths of her. Dorothy is innocent. But not just innocent, oblivious. Like, she's in a la la land right now. Which, when you like really look back at the movie, like, if you like really like connect the three movies, right? So you got Wicked Part 1, Part 2, and then The Wizard of Oz, right? She's really like a little out of it. Like, when you really look at Dorothy's really kind of like just trying to go home. And she's like loosely floating her way home in this extremely chaotic world that she's never seen before. So like I mean, Elphaba's quite innocent as well, but she ain't that innocent in comparison to Dorothy, who literally gets swept by a tornado and kills someone with a house. Someone who, by the way, was horrible. Listen, I knew I didn't like her. Unnecessary Nessa. Unnecessary Nessa is what we're going to start calling her. because she really irks my soul, and I knew she irked my soul even in the first movie. Actually, I did a movie reaction. I'm gonna put it at the end of this. Go ahead and watch my reaction to the first movie. I did see it in the theaters, but I waited a whole year to watch it with you guys. But my whole point is that she's horrible. Nessa Rose is horrible. Okay. But I can't, okay, because this is where the fine line, this is where the line is, because the reason why she's horrible is because of her dad, her parents across the board, but her dad made her horrible. Let's get there. So no excuse, because she's a grown government official woman, so she has no excuse. But there's a lot to say that dad's let's really get there. The true dad of Elphaba really is the first problem, and the mom, the cheater, and the dad who don't know how to love correctly, because he clearly didn't love anybody, barely loved his wife, I'm assuming. But that aside, he is the problem here because he destroyed these two women. He destroyed Elphaba and he destroyed Nessa, unnecessary Rose. Not only literally made the mom drink the milk flour, which broke the girls or made the legs not fully develop, but put her in such a second. Here's the thing, you know what's crazy? He was trying to make her first base compared to Elphaba because Elphaba not only was so powerful and so different, she still was first place, number one firstborn, but also just in general first place, which made her second base type of stepchild energy, which made her really feel like she couldn't he really messed those kids up. So enough about the dad. And then who else we got? So the two, okay, let's talk about the two. Okay, let's talk about the lion before we get in there. Because we got Dorothy, the lion. He got swept up in the propaganda of it all. That the humans, the animals kind of knew what's up. But he got swept up in the humans' understanding of what was going on, which was incorrect. And because he had a first encounter with her, which, you know, when you're a baby, you think you're in a safe spot no matter what you're in. So he's thinking that cage was a safe spot. And here she is coming and taking him away from that, when in reality, she was saving his life. But from his perspective, it's like, she kidnapped me, you know, or cubnapped, as it's in the movie. But it's kind of unfortunate because it made him overly broken. Terrified is not even a strong enough word, I think, for the lion in this movie. He was very, very traumatized is the way they showed the lion in this movie. Talking about traumatized, the transition, remember this is a spoiler review, the transitions of Bach and Fiyero. That's how you say his name? Fiyero. It was scary. It was scary. I mean, literally, Bach's transformation was giving very much I did all I can do. You was about to really kill him. And I saved his life. But I'm out of here. She look, he ain't gonna be the way. She didn't even say all that. She said he ain't gonna need, actually she said he ain't never gonna need a heart again. So there's that. I'm out of here. And left. It wasn't her fault. She tried to fix him. And she did fix him. He did. But he is not the way he used to be. And you know what? It's because unnecessary Nessa is horrible. And this is how you knew. Because when he broke up, and he did it so kindly, he's like, I think I need to move on. Girl, you got me trapped here. He didn't say all that, but that was the energy. You got me trapped. And she okay, bye. See you soon, you know? Go to the train station, which y'all barely use because y'all got a road now. Go to the train station, trying to get on the train. They no blacks allowed. They didn't say no blacks. That's not what they said. They didn't say no colors allowed, but that's what they said. You get? They ain't say that, but that's what they said. They said no munchkins. You got to get approval from the governor. What? When that happened? Oh, just immediately. What? Oh, so you trying to keep me here, girl? And then you gonna jump into the what's the name of the book? Whatever the name of that book is that got the spells. Unnecessary Roles gonna jump in there, talking about some ooba dooba dooba. Don't even know how to say it right. Turned him into a robot. What the AI is going on? Very upset about that. And I really like Bach. Like, the thing too is like, watching this movie, you realize like the first movie is they're in high school, college, right? College. I think they're in college. I don't know. They don't really specify. But they're giving college. They're young, stupid kids, right? So you have to think back, especially if you're an adult, you're in your 30s, 40s, whatever. Think back to when you were a dumb, stupid kid and your idea of what the world was and is, and how like skewed it was. And I feel that with all those characters and their understanding or what's important and what, you know, all the stuff. Whereas in part 2, they're grown. So like, they're not messing around with this shenanigans. They're not. You know what I mean? So, but their decisions are heavier though. You know, they're a lot heavier decisions. So there's that. I feel bad for Fierro because he already was like, he's a good example of like, when his younger days, he loose goose, you know, messing around. But then he met Elphaba, and then something clicked a little bit, as Elphaba does for everyone. Clicked a little bit, and but then by the time it clicked for him, it was too late, because now he's stuck with Glinda, who is stuck in a whole nother type of stuck. So now he's in love with Elphaba, clearly, but he is quite stuck. So anyway, love that. Really good. There is a scene where I was like, oh, what was this PG-13? When he goes back to the house, back to her, first of all, her little Hufflepuff setup, because I'm very much Hufflepuff. I've accepted it. You can tell from my background, I'm very much Hufflepuff. But she has a very much Hufflepuff vibe as well. Very nice. Anyway, point is, I don't know what song it was. Look, I gotta listen to music here. Whatever the song was, I was like, oh. It wasn't there, but it was like, oh, it's kids in here. You know what I mean? But not like kids wouldn't know what was going on. But as an adult, I was like, oh, do I need to call 911? So that part was a little, okay. But you can really say you really, really love each other. And there was the way he speaks to her and how his eyes are really intense. It really reminds me of Tarzan, like how they draw his eyes. I was like, but why are they so specific, like showing the shot in this way? It's because at the end, when even though I kind of already knew this, but the way they revealed it was really nice. At the end, when you realize he's the Scarecrow, they really make sure it was the same eye. Obviously, same eyes, same person, but the same eyes, the same like intensity. And I found that to be so beautiful that at the end, you know, they both giving Shrek vibes. You get what I'm saying? Like, we both giving, you know, ogre, but we love each other, and that's okay, you know. Because they both was giving ogre at the end. You know, I mean, love is definitely strong, because I was like, well, I loved you, but you a scarecrow now. Also, I thought he was going to be mad at her. I didn't know what direction he was going to go. I love that he recognized, no, I was going to die. They were going to kill me, and you saved my life. Thank you. Finally, somebody understood. The Wizard. A monster. And I'm going to say a word that I'm not saying this is the direction, but it's given pred. I'm not going to say the rest of the word because I don't want them to get canceled. You get what I'm saying? It's giving, you get what I'm saying? It's giving very much like taking advantage of everybody, everything, and don't care. I don't see a care in the world for him. Maribel, as much as she's also a monster, all right, let me explain what I'm trying to say. Her drive seems to be power, image, whatever. His seems like a game, and that's the difference. He's doing this like it's fun. It's giving very much Snow. It's giving Snow, and I know how I feel about Snow from Hunger Games, because I was like, it's time to melt Snow. It's giving Snow. It's giving very much, I don't care about these people. I don't care about anybody. I only care about myself. And the only little bit of care he felt is when he realized that Elphaba was his daughter. The world, just a monster is what he is. Just a monster. And not Elphaba, what's the other one? Maribel. Now, let me side note this. All these actors were amazing. The acting was phenomenal, but we're talking about the characters. The acting, but fantastic. They all did a great job. Awards, just give it to them. But the characters, what are you doing? What are you doing? So anyway, very, very good. But I think, okay, and then let's talk about Elphaba. She, in the first movie, was very much trying to figure out who she is, trying to be confident, trying to love herself and know who she is, seeing the strength of her power, seeing how far she can go, literally like defying gravity, like where can I take myself to? In this movie, at first, I'm like, is she giving up? Is she giving up? Why is she giving up? Because she kind of like, okay. But then I realized, no. She's not giving up. She's recognizing that this battle is not going to be won the way I think it's going to be won. It's going to have to be won in a very different way. And I can't force my way of making it happen, because actually it's not going to. It's just not going to. They're not going to accept it. They're not going to accept you. There's no amount of fixing you could do at this point, at this stage, where people will understand it. It just isn't. And as much as I can't stand the Wizard and how much his message was very skewed and backwards. That song, as backwards as the song is, what's the song? Let me see if I can find it. Wonderful. Where basically the song is kind of like, even if I tell them the truth, they don't want to believe it and they won't believe it. And because they don't want to believe it, even if I tell them, they won't care. And there is truth to that, as much as I can't stand it. And because of that, because it's so locked into that, Elphaba is, unfortunately, you're doomed. It's very sad because you're innocent, but yet you are doomed. So the only way to win is to leave. Actually, the only way to win is to lose in this case, right? To lose. But ultimately, she wins in the end. She gets her freedom. She gets her lover. She wins in the end, but not in a way that she thought it would be. And so it's quite beautiful. Okay, last person I'm gonna talk about, and then I have one other object I want to talk about. But the person I want to talk about is Glinda. Glinda is the most complicated character I've seen in any movie. And not just complicated, so beautifully done, this story for her. Because really once you really look at it, Glinda's the main character of this movie. You think it's Elphaba. You think Elphaba's like the main one, but the way this story ends, you realize, this movie is about Glinda. Because Glinda ultimately becomes the leader of Oz and becomes an actual good person, and an honest person with actual morals based upon wisdom and understanding and facts. Because you can't be a leader if you don't know the full truth, which Glinda knows the full 100% truth. She knows that she's not perfect, and she knows that she is not good. She wants to be good and she tries to be good, but she knows she isn't. And that's important. If you think you're good, the Wizard thinks he's good. That's the one thing. Maribel doesn't think she's good. She kind of knows that she's doing bad things. The Wizard has this skewed thought that he's good. What? No. You know? And then Elphaba, although is very good, the world doesn't see her as good. Which means, unfortunately, even though you're good, if they don't see you as good, then how does that help? Whereas Glinda is seen as good and she isn't so much, but she's not evil. And that's the difference. And because she knows the truth of these people, she loves Elphaba. She loves her friends, right? Because I'm adding Balk in there. Even Nesero, although Nesero is a hot mess, Nesero has some innocence as well that was taken from her. And even like when Nessa dies from the house, to see Glinda go and pay respects to her, it's still like she loves her. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's beautiful. Even though Elphaba was like, and is there a reason you're here? Like, oh, before we finish with Glinda, the shoes was a really nice touch. Two things. One, when they did, because she was trying to get her happiness and her shoes was turning red, that was a really nice touch. But how passionate Glinda is about the shoes. I mean, Elphaba was about the shoes, getting her shoes back. It's kind of like, you gonna let this random house girl from Kansas come in here and you just slap the shoes on her? Those aren't your shoes. Those are not your shoes to give, and neither are they Dorothy's. Dorothy doesn't know. Dorothy's quite innocent, but they're not your shoes. Oh, that's how she was able to get them. Because the shoes have power in them. I just was trying to figure out, like, they didn't show it in the movie, but I'm like, how did Glinda, okay, Glinda doesn't have power yet. I mean, she did at the end, but at that time, how did Glinda send the girl home? Click your heels 3 times. Of course she clicked her heels 3 times because the power was put into the shoes and that was sent the girl home. That's delicious. Anyway, I didn't realize that when I was watching it. Anyway, point is, I love how it was kind of like, from Dorothy's perspective, you know, I try to remember too, like, Dorothy has like 3 things happening. Like, number 1, she has her own misunderstanding of being, right? She's at home and doesn't know what home is and doesn't know what it means to be home. So she's removed from her home. This is her personal perspective. Removed from her home to a place that clearly isn't her home. And the very thing she didn't want to be and act and didn't understand was the very thing she asked for her whole journey in Oz, which is to go home. So there's that. And from her, she's coming from this sepia, black and white, completely different realm to this colorful, magical realm, right? So it's just too much. There's that. I feel the Wizard of Oz is through the eyes of Dorothy, in the sense that if okay, Elphaba looks actually kind of, even though she's green, she's very beautiful. Like, the makeup, she looks beautiful because we see her as she is. Dorothy sees a green witch that is angry that she has her sister's shoes. So she sees this monster because she's coming from a different realm, a different plane. So it does look like a pointy, wicked witch, when in reality she doesn't even look that monstrous, but that's how she sees it. And yes, the lion looks very meek and all the things because she's coming from that perspective. And on top of that, there's a deeper story happening that she don't know anything about. So she's confused on top of it. And all she want to do is go home. Back to Glinda. So anyway, the bubble song, so the Girl in the Bubble is an additive song. And it's not like a good song. Like, I don't really like the song itself, but the message, the story, the mirrors, going into the mirrors and coming out of the mirrors like that, because she's been faking the funk for so long. She's like, well, who am I really for real? Like, where's my loyalty? Where's my morals? Where's my base? And she ain't got none. So that song was her like, okay, wait, I gotta get it together. And lastly, about Glinda, when she finally realized, like, well, first of all, that lady just killed, it wasn't no Storm, it was Maribel, and she don't even care. She's like, well, accidents happen. What? Oh, let me get on out of here. So she was the one in the beginning on the horse. I'm thinking, oh, it's Alpha, but that's her on the horse going to the castle. So that was pretty cool. And to see that love of yes, I love you. We're best friends, but we have to separate. If they did another movie, they would obviously reconnect because they're not dead. I don't think Glinda knows that she's not dead though. But I just thought that was really, really, really great. And then when she finally stands up, she finally like, okay, I have to become. Not just become what they think I am, become what I hope to be. And honestly, yeah, she still ain't telling me it wasn't. I don't think they need to know that. But what they do need to know is that we need to be honest, we need to be truthful, and we need to be ready for whatever comes our way. That's why she said more things are going to come and we have to be ready, but I want to be there to do it. So beautiful. Last thing I want to talk about, the Grimmery. Throw that book in the trash. Throw that book in the trash. At first, I'm like, all right, maybe, because now Glinda got it. It was lighting up like, wow. One time he says, okay, the book was trying to get to the right place all along, because a book is powerful. But something's saying, throw the book in the trash. Because ever since that book came into the situation, things ain't really been going right. Okay, let's start with the first thing. We want to help we want the monkeys to fly. Rip wings out of the back. All the monkeys now flying. It was just trying to get this one monkey to fly. Now all the monkeys got wings. What's going on here? Elphaba, she like, oh, now I'm trying to fly. What the broom come out of nowhere with? Why the broom flying? It was supposed to be me. What's going on here? Hello. Nessa rolls. Unnecessary Nessa. Oh, I don't know what she was trying to. Well, that was a little bit mixed hat, but still. The other mixed hat. We got lions and tigers and bears on my. When it comes to Buck in the robot suit. And then we got the scarecrow. That was all because of this book. Throw that book in the trash. Something ain't right. Now, that's the negative side of it. The positive side would be that this book is trying to get to the right position with the right person, and it needed these things to happen for it to get to Glinda, who ultimately, through trial and error, is a good person. Wouldn't have been ready for that book. Obviously, Elphaba gave her power to do it, right? But still. So anyway, I find that to be awesome. It is one of those movies that you leave the theater feeling like, I wish it was real. I wish it was more. I want to see these characters again. That feeling. Not every movie does it, but there's certain movies that you just feel this feeling of like, I wish there was more. I wish I knew these people or they existed. They don't really exist, but that feeling. So I felt that with this. Anyway, this went a little longer than I planned it to be, but fantastic movie. If you can see it in the theaters while it's here, go see it in the theaters. It's definitely a grand movie. The music here is not as good as the first movie, like popular, and nothing is as grand as Defying Gravity. However, I'm calling it the villain song, even though she's not a villain, but the song was when she kind of was like, you know what, forget it. Oh, y'all, you want me to be a villain? I'm gonna be a villain. But what is the name of the song? No Good Deed. No Good Deed. Really good song. That one was like, oh, she's snapping. Uh-oh. That's when he was turned into a scarecrow. Anyway, really good. But definitely go ahead and watch it. Okay, that's all I got for you. So go ahead and enjoy yourself. If you have not already, don't forget to like, subscribe, push that notification button, because we're going to keep bringing this stuff to you. Okay, so this is what you want to watch. Okay, first of all, let's watch the reaction to part 1. I just did the reaction. Let's go on ahead and let's do The Wiz. And then let's do Oz Great and Powerful. I was going to do The Wizard of Oz, but let's do Oz Great and Powerful because they're all, a good one for you to watch. Go ahead and do that. Have you done it? Click something.